As the summer heat eases and the days become cooler, fall presents an excellent opportunity for gardeners like you to extend your growing season and enjoy a fresh harvest of vegetables. Many vegetables thrive in the cooler temperatures and shorter daylight hours, making them ideal choices for a successful fall garden. Today we'll be looking at the best vegetables to grow during the autumn months, discussing when you should be starting these plants and ways you can grow fresh vegetables even when the snow is falling. When you are choosing your fall garden crops, there are several important factors to keep in mind to make sure you have a successful harvest. Here are 3 key factors you need to consider. Fall brings cooler temperatures, and some crops are more resilient to chilly weather than others. When selecting crops for your fall garden, you want to plant those that are cold hardy and can withstand light frost. A light frost is 32 degrees. Tomatoes, peppers, and summer squash do not fall into this category because they are highly sensitive to cold and are better suited for warmer seasons. The time it takes for a crop to reach maturity is crucial when planning your fall garden. You can usually find the average number of days to maturity for each vegetable you wish to grow on the back of the seed packet. You also have to take into account the days to germination and the total days needed to grow from seed to table. After you know this, you need to find the expected first frost date for where you live. You can find first frost dates on various websites, including the Old Farmer's Almanac and the National Gardening Association. I'll leave links to these in the description below. Now that you know your first frost date, count the number of days you have between now and then. If the number is as big or bigger than the days you need to grow, you should be good to go. Today is July the 20th, 2023, and my average first frost date is October the 25th. So I should have 97 growing days left in the growing season this year. The average frost date isn't set in stone. That's just an average, and you may get a killing frost earlier than you expected, which may wipe out your crops. Gardening any time of the year is a gamble, and it may be more risky during the fall. But there are steps you can take to protect your crops from frost, and if you stick to the end, we'll be discussing those then. So what are good choices for fall garden vegetables? Spinach is a nutrient-packed leafy green that flourishes in cooler weather. It requires well-draining soil and partial shade to prevent it from bolting. Planting spinach in the late summer ensures a healthy crop that can be harvested multiple times before winter sets in. Brassicas such as broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and Brussels sprouts thrive in cooler weather. After starting your seeds indoors, plant them in a sunny area with well-amended soil. I'm planting broccoli, which takes 10 to 21 days just to germinate and then 45 to 85 days to mature. So I will need up to 106 days to grow this. That's 9 more days than I technically have, but I'm willing to take the chance that it will germinate quickly. And since I know it can stand colder temperatures, I should be safe. And if a frost is expected before my harvest, I will take steps to protect my broccoli. I'm also planting cauliflower, which needs a total of 90 days from seed to harvest, so I should be good. Carrots are cold-hardy root vegetables that develop a sweeter taste in cooler temperatures. They need about 80 days from planting to harvesting, so I have plenty of time to grow them. Carrots require loose soil, free from rocks and debris to form straight, healthy roots. Radishes are quick-growing root vegetables that are well-suited for fall gardening. They mature quickly in as little as 25 to 30 days after planting. And if you succession plant, you will have a steady supply of radishes during the fall. Lettuce varieties such as romaine, butterhead, and loose leaf are great choices for fall gardening because they tolerate cooler temperatures so well. Planting lettuce in succession and providing protection from extreme cold will provide you with fresh salads throughout the autumn. I love beets, and my beets were destroyed by blister bugs before I restocked my stores of pickled beets. Beets are cold-hardy root vegetables with a sweet and earthy taste. They prefer well-drained soil and require consistent watering. I expect my beets will be ready to harvest about 65 days after I plant them. By the way, I've created a checklist that can help you make sure you've done all the things to have a successful garden. If you'd like a copy, I will leave a link in the description so you can get one. Turnips are another cool weather-loving crop that I will be planting. Turnips will take about 60 to 65 days to mature after planting, and turnips keep well over the winter as long as they are in a cool place, such as a root cellar. I really want a root cellar. Another benefit of turnips and beets is that the greens are edible and can be cooked with onions and bacon grease for a great side dish, or chopped into a green salad, which is the way we prefer to eat them. All of these vegetables should grow until you get a hard frost, which is a temperature of 28 degrees Fahrenheit or less. But you may be able to protect your plants and extend their growing seasons even below that temperature if you take the following steps. As I said before, the first frost date isn't set in stone, and occasionally you may get a temperature drop and early frost before your crop is ready to harvest. Consider using season extenders like row covers, cold frames, or hoop houses to protect your food from frosts and cold winds. These structures can provide a few degrees of extra warmth, helping your plants survive longer into the fall season. Also, keep an eye on weather forecasts and be prepared to cover your crops when colder temperatures are expected. I've become a bit obsessed with the weather forecast since I've been more serious about the garden. The farmer is so proud. Fall gardening offers a great opportunity to grow many nutritious and delicious vegetables. By adding these vegetables to your fall garden, you can enjoy a continuous harvest of fresh, homegrown produce as the weather cools down. Thank you for stopping by the old Mayfield place today. Stay healthy. What vegetables will you be growing this fall? And have a blessed week.